So, welcome back to the video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the rest of part 2 of the championship games for women's college basketball that have ended and one that is starting right about as we speak here. So, Old Dominion beat Troy 86-83. Ohio State survived over number 14 Ohio State survived over number 17 Michigan. Even Spain with JC Sheldon back on the court for her 7th game this season. It is going to be huge if they can get on a roll with the whole team now back on the floor. JC Sheldon leader, he's back on the floor. That'll be huge, And Michigan now needed at least a win to secure a top 16 seed in NCAA's, because the Pac-12, the Big 10, the Big 12, maybe Texas, Iowa State, Oklahoma, and the Big 12 next week are looking to secure bids. Then you got this week, you got Villanova and UConn. Then so yeah, you got a lot more work to do. So it's gonna be tough, to secure that top 16. But can Michigan do it? So if Kansas City 66, Denver 65. Denver had a 2-pointer fall with about 4 seconds to go in the Summer League, and then Kansas City, no timeouts from the lanes of the floor, hit a game-winning 3-pointer and hit it with like a second left on the clock. Huge play right there. And Kansas City had 7 players total on their team, and one went out with injury, and now they were down for a little bit, and they were down to 6. So Kansas City won 66-65, and they Seton Hall beats Xavier in a blowout 84-50. Xavier falls to 1-21 conference and loses every conference game in the whole year. Pretty rare for a team in any conference. There's even, St. Peter's and the MAAC might do it, lose every game this season. But there are even teams like Navy, who only won 1 game this season, but they didn't lose in a conference. They didn't lose every conference game. They won the game conference. Tennessee Tech survives over Eastern Illinois. Eastern Illinois has been on a big slump ever since they lost their first game in the regular season. But now they have the hope for a Little Rock to win their matchup in the so they make the WNIT. Otherwise, they don't make the WNIT in the 19th quarter. Round beat George Washington 68-56. Pacific beat St. Mary's in the second round of the West Coast Conference 82-77. LSU beat Georgia 83-66. There's a bit of a delay in that one, but LSU didn't after they still won. You have Duke in North Carolina, a low-scoring game. Duke in North Carolina. Last time they played was a really low-scoring game. And this time in the tournament, it is really low-scoring as well. 44-40 in the LAC tournament quarterfinal. In the Sun Belt quarterfinal, Southern Miss beats Arkansas State 79-72. Iowa beats Purdue 69-58. Then we had one regular season contest. Princeton Penn 71-52. Princeton wins. St. Louis beats St. Joseph's 59-44. And Tennessee beats Kentucky 80-71 in the 4th quarterfinal. Virginia Tech beats Miami in a blowout 68-42. Maryland started about Illinois 73-58. Texas State survives kind of survived the rep, but lower scoring game, 56-47. UCLA had was down by a lot, and had a 29-point fourth quarter to beat Stanford 69-65, or to win for UCLA. And Stanford was trying to get on that one line. Now, them being on the one line is in jeopardy now. Now, they are probably a 2 seed. Washington State in Colorado is now on. September is going to be on at 8:45 East, 8:45 Pacific time. Is Washington State number 20 Colorado? I'm interested to see how Washington State does after they beat Utah yesterday, the number 3 team in the country, and they were on the one line. Utah was. So we'll see how they survive if they can beat Colorado. Colorado is going to be. Colorado only has 2 more wins than them. They've played 30 games, so basically, they have 3 more losses. Washington State does over Colorado. So they're more evenly matched teams. I can see Washington State pulling this one off too. But we'll see. And yeah. And then that leads to tomorrow's games. In Eastern, at 11 a.m. Eastern. Richmond UMass in the E10 semi. Big East quarter. Georgetown UConn at noon Eastern on FS1. And Union Sun at noon Eastern in the ACC semi. Louisville and Notre Dame. And then we have some regular season games ending up in the MVC, the Missouri Valley, the Conference USA, the MAAC, the Mid-Atlantic Athletic Conference, the CAA, the Colonial Athletic Association, the MAC, the Mid-American Conference, and then there's also some in the SWAC, the Big 12, and the Ivy, and also the Big West. And then we have the Summit League quarters. 2 of them. St. Thomas, Minnesota, South Coast State, 12:30 Central. Being played in South Dakota. St. Louis and Rhode Island at 1:30 p.m. Eastern and Seasport Dart as the 8-10 semis are in there. Now it's UMass and Rhode Island. There are 2 teams going to the 8-10. Most likely for the NCAAs and WNIT. And then we have Weaver State and Northern Colorado. Eastern Big Sky Championship first round. Eastern Plus. At 2:30 in Big Ten size, we have number 14 Ohio State, number 2 Indiana. 2:30 and 1:30 Central is being played. And at 2:30 Eastern, Virginia Tech at 13 Duke. In the ACC semi, in the Big East score, we have Marquette St. John's in FS2 at 2:30 Eastern. At 3 Eastern, we have Tennessee Tech on the Rock. Winner is going to the NCAAs. If Tennessee Tech loses, they will maybe they could get a bid into the WNIT. Otherwise, their best hope is either a WNIT at large or a WBI berth, which would be the best they could do. Little Rock, if they lose, they're guaranteed in the WNIT as the number 1 seed in the conference tournaments. Automatically get a bid in the WNIT if they lose their conference tournament. And then if the Little Rock Avalanche win, then the 2 seed in the conference tournament gets a bid. If the 1 seed wins their conference tournament, then the 2 seed in these like mid majors, they only got 1 bid in NCAA's. Then like a 2 seed Eastern I will get into the conference tournament. Jacksonville sits in the Eastern Championship first round at 3 Eastern. At 4 Eastern it is Loyola, Maryland, and Lafayette. At 1 Pacific it is BYU in San Francisco. 3 Central it is Kansas City, North Dakota State. At 4 Eastern it is, and there's only 2 semi quarters, and there's 2 West Coast quarters, because the West Coast quarters there's double bye, there's the shuffle bye. Top 2 seeds get by the semis. Top seeds 3 and 4 get by the quarters. Seeds 5 and 6 get by the first round. 7 through 10 swing first round. And then the semi quarters, there's only 2 semi quarters. There's 2 men's quarters and 2 women's quarters play on the same day. And both semis will play on Monday. Both sets of semis will play on Monday. And the both finals will be on Tuesday. And we have at 4 Eastern Jacksonville State and Kansas State. And at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN is Ole Miss and South Carolina in the SEC semi. 4:30 Eastern on ESPN Plus is Idaho State and Portland State. 5 Eastern on Big Ten it is Maryland and Iowa. It is a rematch from 5 Eastern, 4 Central. There's been played. That's a rematch of the regular season meeting. And they just played a couple weeks ago when Iowa got blown up by Maryland at home. So we'll see if it is a revenge game for Iowa. If Iowa can win this one and get a revenge game on Maryland, or will Maryland just win again and just prove why they're good and prove why they should be top 16 seed? Honestly. And then we have in the first round the Philippine Fed Credit Union Big League Championship at 5 Eastern. We have Union Oregon. At 6 Eastern, the Big South semis, we have Radford and Gardner Webb. At 6:30 Eastern on ESPN, we have Tennessee and LSU. At 6:30 Eastern, West Coast quarter, we have Pacific and San Diego. At 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. At 7 Eastern, Big East quarter on FS2, we have DePaul and Villanova. At 8 Eastern on ESPN Plus, we have Campbell and High Point. And at 9:30 Eastern on FS2, we have Seton Hall Cream. So we'll see you now for the game. Well, tomorrow I'm going to make some update. I'm going to make an update or 2 on these games. So probably at least a couple updates. So we'll see you then. So then take care.